My first job interview. Well, fortunately for me, I had a family business. I was very fortunate. My parents had a business growing up. They owned two motorcycle dealerships. So I never really had a job interview. There was more just an expectation that I was going to work. And I remember when I first started working for my dad, I was probably in grade, I don't know. Like I kind of always hung around the shop, but when it was actually like, hey, if you're going to be here, you're going to be doing working, and I used to have to take out the garbage every day after school and clean up the dog shit because we had guard dogs, two or three guard dogs, depending on timing, and so yeah, so that was my thing after school, and I'm telling you, if I was 5 minutes late, my dad was on me, and I was getting paid. Oh my gosh, it was like 50 cents an hour or something, which was way below minimum wage, but because it's family business, it's acceptable, right? And I even remember when I was in high school, minimum wage I think was 365, and my dad was paying me 250 because my 6 year older brother, when he was working for my dad in high school, he was making 250 an hour. My dad wanted to keep it fair, right? So just some crazy stuff goes on with family businesses. But yeah, there was more of an expectation that I go into the family business as opposed to having to actually interview. And there's few stories in there where I quit and left a few times, just because I couldn't put up with the family BS anymore. And if you've been in a family business, you kind of know. And, later in life, though, I do reminisce with the kids about the times in the family business. I mean, there was some really wonderful times there, and certainly I think it keeps you closer knit as a family. But there are other times where it's like, oh my gosh, you don't even want to go over for Christmas dinner, because it's like, I've seen you people every other day this year. Can I just have a day where I don't see you? So yeah, I mean, there's certainly some bittersweet things about a family business. But yeah, for me, it wasn't really an interview process involved in that. It was really more just my dad expecting me to be there, and he was huge authoritarian. So yeah, if you didn't show up on time and he expected you, there was massive repercussions. And during the times that I didn't work for the family business, where I quit and worked somewhere else, oh my gosh, my dad like never talked to me. It was it was just so funny when I look back on, it's kind of like, whew, you don't work for me anymore, right? And sort of thing. And so it's like I can't get any of the secrets or talk about business or anything. It was very, very bizarre dynamic, but I certainly appreciate having the opportunity to go through that, because as a kid, in elementary school and high school, I always worked. I always had money in my pocket. And even after high school, I didn't go to university. I ended up going to trade school a few years after, but I went right into the family business. And so, it was nice to have that, I guess, safety net, if you will, but just always have that place to go. So I want to know from you, what was your first job interview like? Was it horrifying? Was it fun? Were you a shoe in? What was the deal there? Tell me in the comments.